Merry meet and fare thee well. Settle in for a story with me, Astin Gaël, and Xander. It is Friday, May 1st. Through the month of May and into June, most likely, readings will be every other day. So, it is Xander's birthday today. If you want to drop a happy birthday in the comments, he is 26 years old. So, I think in human years, that's like 118 or something like that. So, everybody congratulate Xander on making it to really, really old. Down in the description box is where you can find all the things. I have detailed the links exactly to where you need to go. If you want to book a personal reading, down in the description box. If you want to follow the magic shop on Blue Sky, down in the description box. If you want to read the blog posts, down in the description box. If you want to support the channel financially, down in the description box. Okay? We are working our way through what there is to love about a man, and every day we select an excerpt and use the theme of that excerpt to base our short story on. Today's theme is discipline. No, not the old-fashioned kind based on go stand in the corner until you change your attitude, young man. Real discipline that guides a man to greater balance, that helps him keep his priorities in order, like meditating 20 minutes every day regardless of what's going on around him, unplugging the phone and writing every morning even when he's sure he doesn't have anything to say. Getting out of the city 3 times a month without fail. Keeping sacred the time he spends with the children, even during the company's busiest time of year. Getting out for that mid-morning walk, whether it's sunny or not. Sticking to just one piece of pie without whipped cream, when he'd really rather have 2 with all the trimmings. Keeping up with his medication every day, even though he feels fine. Staying away from old addictions, even though he's feeling lousy. Saying yes because he wants to, and saying no because he doesn't. A disciplined man takes care of his own needs first and foremost, no matter who is clamoring for him to take care of theirs. He's grounded by his own discipline, and he can stay out as late as he likes. I like that. A disciplined man takes care of his own needs first and foremost, no matter who is clamoring for him to take care of theirs. I think that can often be perceived as a selfish attribute, but I like that that is equated to having a disciplined mindset. Because one who knows that their needs have to come first, that their things, their tasks have to be done before they can evaluate whether or not they have the energy to do other people's tasks. That is someone who is emotionally, spiritually, and mentally well balanced. So, Let's see. I'm going to get out the deck of plenty first. I have added to it, and I will continue to add to it, but I got some colored cards, so now I just really love flipping through because it's colorful, the deck of plenty now. And I did remove a bunch of cards from here that no longer really spoke to me, so discipline. I'll tell you who's not disciplined in this house. It's this guy. He's never known discipline a day in his fucking 26 years. And at this point, we don't expect him to ever know. All right. What do we need to know about discipline? Okay. Without discipline, someone could assure you, make certain, convince, guarantee you something that they don't plan on actually following through on. If you have an undisciplined mind or spirit, you are prone to fall for tricks, deceit. The X. The Hanged Man in the reverse. You are prone to falling for people that come across as enlightened, come across as further along the path than you, and yet lack discipline themselves, lack structure. Okay. What can we know about the Hanged Man in the reverse? So the Hanged Man in the reverse, somebody that came across as further along the path or more enlightened than you, someone that you put on a pedestal, is realizing that you have taken your energy away. They are trying to repair themselves. Something feels broken about them now, that they no longer have access to you and your energy. This person could come across as a bit of a shapeshifter, a trickster. That is what they are perceiving as quote unquote broken about them now. They're perceiving the manipulations and exploitations that they put people through as a character flaw. They are seeing now that they may have become obsessed over reaching you. And they are trying to move past that obsession. Didn't it say something about an addiction? Staying away from old addictions, even though he's feeling lousy. So I think this person may have pushed you away, um, assured you that they had your best interest at heart, um, by separating from you. Um, when in all actuality, it was their best interest. It was a strategic move to keep them from being addicted, being in a state of obsession. It's reminding me of someone in a manic state that meets someone new and decides that they are best friends, that they are soulmates, that they are going to fall in love overnight, or that they have fallen in love overnight. Um, okay. Let's get the deck of chaos. Tell me more about this kintsugi energy. Somebody is healing their broken parts, their broken self. Um, no one would describe this person as mousy. They are the opposite of someone who is timid. Um, they're very boisterous, possibly even in the way that they dress. It's reminding me of how in nature flowers and um, frogs and different types of animals that are poisonous are more prone to be um, brightly colored. This person might be flamboyant. Okay. Um, that trickster energy that they're starting to realize is what they perceive as broken, is either affecting their financial stability or has affected people around them, financially. I watched a movie the other night called The Wizard of Lies on Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme from 2008. I was only 19 years old in 2008, and I was definitely not a part of the economy in any significant enough way to know anything about the stock market, much less that it had crashed. And I certainly didn't know what a Ponzi scheme was. Honestly, until I watched that movie, I didn't know what a Ponzi scheme was. But I'm not saying that this person who sees themselves as a trickster is a part of a Ponzi scheme, but their ways of obtaining finances and their ways that they spend finances is very manipulative. Tell me more about this overcoming addiction and obsession. Okay, the Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords, 15 months ago. February of 2025 could be significant. The full moon in Leo, the final quarter moon in Sagittarius, and or the new moon in Pisces. During those times, this person might have had a lot to say. They really wanted to send a message. Some sort of news. But they didn't or couldn't. There was a lot of anxiety around that time. Okay, tell me about February of 2025. Why was this person so anxious? Okay. This person was anxious about the way that they come across to people. Whether or not that flamboyant behavior is going to work forever. You can't get by on charm and charisma alone. Like, not for the rest of your life. Yeah, they were worried that it might be the reason that some relationships that they're in are still going on, and that if they lose that beauty, that flamboyance, then people won't want to be around them. They worry that the links that they go to suppress their feelings towards people, which may or may not come across as obsessed, they go to such great lengths to suppress that then people show them emotion and they don't reciprocate. So people don't feel loved by them. They also worry that their faith is their faith won't stand up to the test. If someone were to test their faith, they would falter. They would fail. They go about making certain, convincing and guaranteeing people of things, very specifically about themselves, but they cannot convince, guarantee, and assure themselves about themselves or their faith or really anything. Yeah. All right. Final message. 7 of Cups. There's definitely a lot of illusion here. But it's almost intentional. It's like covering your eyes but leaving a little crack, like to peek through, so that you're only looking at a very small amount of the issues in front of you, yourself even. Um, all right, the death in the reverse, the Four of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they want an opportunity to start over again. They would not turn down a cup being offered at this point. Um, which is interesting because I think they usually turn down cups that are offered to them, but they like to go about doing the offering. I guess now that they're realizing that their looks may not carry them as far as they thought, they're willing to take an offer. They're willing to back down and not be the giver of opportunities. If we're looking at it in a runner chaser dynamic sense, it's like, okay, I've been the runner for so long that at this point, if somebody wants me to chase them and they run, you know, I'll sign up for that marathon. Um, yeah, the Six of Cups, Scorpio energy. So we're in the Scorpio full moon right now. Literally, it's at peak right now. Um, this could be a past lover. This could be a childhood friend. Um, this could be somebody that you think of often. They have a bit of like motherly energy about them, but kind of more like that mother that's very laid back and lenient. Yeah, they definitely watch over you, watch out for you. Um, maybe just in like an etheric sense, like in the astral plane. All right, until next time, be well, be you.